Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and much appreciated you guys tuning in for today's episode. And guys, today I want to share with you a lure that I've been using for probably about 10 years now, and I don't understand why it hasn't caught on because it's such a great bass lure in the summertime. And that's this live target rat right here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before, but we're going to get into today's video about the situations it works in. And it's just one of those baits, man. It's like there's like a half a dozen baits that I catch a ton of bass on that they just have not caught on. It's like for whatever reason, people just won't buy them or they don't think they're going to work or whatever. This is one of them, but it's guaranteed it's one you need to be throwing. So we're going to cover that in today's video. Also, guys, before we get started, a quick invitation. I'd just like to invite everybody to check out Silverbat. Has still got that independent sale going on my Signature Series glasses. You can get my Silverbats right now at 30% off on the Silverbat website or at Tackle Warehouse. And any purchase over $98, you get a free hard case from Silverbat. So I'll have all the links in the description with that. And again, guys, thank you for everybody that's taken time to hit that subscribe button here at Intuitive Angling. Really appreciate that. Okay, guys, I'll tell you a little backstory about this. Here's this live target rat right here. I fished a tournament down at Lake. It was Potomac River down in Maryland. This has been, man, it's probably been over 10 years ago. It's maybe been like close to 15 years ago now. And guys, my co-angler absolutely whacked me out the back of the boat on this rat right here. I was just throwing just a regular, frog. Let me see. Just some type of a regular frog like everybody else on those big grass flats down there at Potomac River. And guys, he started throwing this rat and just absolutely smoked me on the thing. So that was one tournament. It was an August tournament. We had a tournament the following August. I remembered about it. I ordered a bunch of them, guys, and, wound up doing really good in the tournament, fishing this, live target rat in those same type of areas that everybody else was fishing the frog in. So I want to cover this a little bit, sort of give you guys, why I think it works good and some tips on to fish it. If you haven't seen it, guys, here it is. It's the same deal as a frog. It's got two hooks in the back right here, just like a frog does, except it's got this mouse tail and it looks exactly like a mouse. And also, guys, I'll link this in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of the video, the live target rat here. If you guys want to order one through that Tackle Warehouse link, it's a good way to help the channel out. But anyway, this thing works just like a spook. It just goes side to side through the water like that, and it's extremely subtle. This is the thing why this thing works so good more than anything else, is when you're fishing, just like a traditional frog out there, it splashes a little bit, it's got a larger profile, it's got a different profile. And this one, for whatever reason, it's super, super subtle in the water. It doesn't walk quite as wide side to side as a regular frog does. It goes more like this through the water, but it looks just like a little rat coming through the top of the water. And it's really, really good if you have areas of vegetation, or not even vegetation. You can just throw it out in open water along the banks too that have big openings in it. Now, if you're fishing like matted, thick grass that's got like, your matted hyacinths or matted milfoil or really thick lily pads that have like little bitty openings like that in it, the rat does not work quite as good because there's no reason that they're not going to benefit from actually the visual of this thing. This thing works the best in bigger holes. Like, say for example, you're fishing, a flooded field of grass or something like that that's on the Potomac River, and you may have areas that are like this big around that's just open water. This is when the rat works really good, is when you can really get in that open areas and they can actually get a good visual on it. Or the same, I've caught them on it, skipping it underneath docks, skipping underneath overhanging trees, any type of shady areas that you're fishing in the summertime. It's really, really good in like July and August when it's super, super hot. If you can go back in those coves, where you see a lot of those bluegills bedding, and just throw it under any overhanging tree where there's shade at. In the summertime of the year, if you get back in those flat coves and you have shade pockets, there's always a bass hanging around those shade pockets. It's like, and usually it's a pretty good sized fish. It's usually a 3 or 4 pounder. Take the little rat, fish it in there around those shade pockets. It's really, really good. But it's just a different look to something that they don't see very often. Especially good if you're fishing those community holes. So those areas, those grass fields and those grass beds that get a lot of fishing pressure, on the big lakes that have a lot of grass, like Lake Gunnersville, some of the TVA lakes. again, Potomac River, James River, those highly pressured areas where everybody's throwing a frog. Try the little, live target rack, guys, and see how it goes with that. Now, most of the time, this is a little bit smaller bait, so I'm fishing it on a little bit lighter line. I use 30-pound test Seagar Smackdown braided line with this. And normally I fish my frogs on a flipping stick, but this is a little bit lighter bait, so I usually use it like on a 7-2 medium heavy action bait caster with the 30-pound test braided line on it. And I don't know, guys, just something different, man. It looks exactly like a little rat. I think you guys will definitely like it. But anyway, something to try. It's just one of those things to have in your box. You might want to pick up a couple of them. Again, I'll put that Tackle Warehouse link in the description if you want to try them. Let me know how it goes, guys. We'll see you later.